Hello and welcome to the new channel Crack a Pack. Now, I enjoy opening new packs of Magic, and I figured a great place to start anything is with a strong foundation. So today's packs will be foundations. Let me go ahead and open all 36 of these today for you. Cost me about $139 for the box. It's a per pack cost of $3.89. Not too focused on the money I can make on the resale market, but the top card is worth about $40. It's Bloodthirsty Conqueror, if we see that. There's also 27 cards over $4.99, about 7 cards over $10. So without further ado, we'll get into this, and I'll talk a little more as we're going. Just kind of fill those gaps as we're looking at commons. I guess there's really no elegant way to open one of these up. Alright, now that we've seen the box, we'll get this set aside and we'll go pack by pack. First pack nerves, I guess. Alright. At any point, if you see a card you kind of like, you can go ahead and pause the video. But for now, I'll only really talk up if we end up with a really good card. The guaranteed foil. And one of those alternate art cards. Alright, on to the second pack. Now, like I said, I just enjoy opening packs. I figure this is a good way to bring it to people. Show them a new spin on things. Hopefully you enjoy watching these videos. Get through these. Alright, we've got some duplicates and commons. It's always a good card to see. Nice animated land. And some more alternate art cards. Or I guess art series cards, not alternate art cards. So I guess I should tell a little bit of my story. I got back into Magic a few years ago. I don't know, I enjoy building commander decks, playing with friends. I've never been a big fan of singleton purchases. I like the thrill of opening a pack and getting a card that maybe you need, or finding a new card. So the whole booster box game kind of appealed to me from the start. From there, I've just kind of been buying those as new sets come out. There we go, I think this is one of the more valuable cards. And then if I see something that can help a deck that I enjoy playing, pull it out, set it aside. Otherwise, just put it into the collection, and maybe a deck in the future can benefit from the card that I set aside. I'm hoping with this channel, if there's any level of success, I'll be able to start purchasing more booster boxes, bringing on more videos more frequently. And as I accumulate cards and doubles and triples, I'll probably end up using, you know, one of the major sources, Card Kingdom, something like that. Sell off anything I got more than 4 of. This is an interesting card. Don't know if it's worth a lot, but fun to see in a draw deck. So anyways, use something like Card Kingdom to hopefully sell off all my duplicates, and then use that money or credits, whatever they give, to purchase more booster boxes, bring you all more content. You know, maybe it won't all be booster boxes, maybe I'll talk about some of my decks that I've built, general feelings on Magic, things of that nature. I think for now we'll keep it pretty simple till I find a groove. We'll just bring you all booster boxes, maybe once every other week, with a smaller, shorter video in between. Maybe if I can get a hold of a couple single packs, always a good card. Very nice. Love the alternate art on some of these cards. But yes, anyways. Maybe find some single packs of older cards, open those up in shorts. But yeah, like I said, for now we'll keep it pretty simple. Stick to the booster boxes. Obviously it won't be foundations every time. I think next I've got Edge of Eternities. I've recently taken a look at the lists for Bloomburrow and a few others that I'd be interested in doing a box for. And then of course as new sets come out, this is always a fun card to play in an Aristocrats deck. 9 Lives Familiar, I don't have one of those, so new card for me. Pretty happy about that. But yeah, as new sets come out, obviously I'll be purchasing those. You know, probably won't be on the cutting edge of any of these. I don't have any sponsorships or affiliations, so I don't think I'll be getting anything before it's released. And honestly, sometimes I like to wait a little while after something's released, see if the price can come down. You know, eventually I might get into the collector packs and collector boosters, but for now, I just like cards that are playable. Really building my collection and giving me flexibility when I create new commander decks. So, I don't need all the fancy stuff. Nice. Always wanted to build an Angels deck, but I feel like I haven't had the right motivation. This might turn it around. If I do end up showing off decks or generally talking about those, I'll start linking my Archidekt to some of these videos. Okay, I know that one's a little valuable, I think. But yeah. If you would want to hear about some of my decks, I could walk through them. If you just want to see them, I'll start linking them in the videos. Just let me know. We'll kind of go with the flow. Alright, starting to get a lot of repetition at the common level. That would be interesting in a Gitrog Final Ride deck. Alright. Looks like even a little repetition at the foil level. I'll be honest, I got to talking. Don't really know how how many packs I've gone through. But, you know, we'll see. Stick around. Get through the whole thing. Phyrexian Arena. Oh, Heir Apparent. Quite the popular card right now. But you need about 20 of them to make them work in a deck, so that's our first. We'll see if we can't get a few more. Nice for a Spell Slinger deck there. Interesting. I don't think we've seen that one yet. But yeah, I guess just to talk a little bit about the Foundation set. I kind of slept on it. Didn't think it was worth it to pick up. But I found myself as I was building decks thinking, oh, I want this basic card or one of these, and I'd look it up to see where I could find it. Something as simple as the Llanowar Elves. They had it. A couple of the 3-cost counter spells. They had it. Breachwood Armor from a pack or two ago. They had it. So I think that Foundations, unless you're, you know, a well-established Magic collector, bring you a variety of cards for a variety of decks, and just a good way to get some basic cards that you'll need into your collection. You know, it's big for someone like me who doesn't really go the singleton route very often. Honestly, I find the only time I really use it is if there's a commander that I'm thinking about building around, I'll pick one up. But the idea of buying, you know, 4 or 8 commons for $1 and getting them shipped to my house just isn't that appealing. I'd rather crack some packs and see if I can get lucky. This is a fun one I've picked up a few sets ago, but always good to have a spare. Dinosaur decks were all the rage after Caverns of Ixalan. Definitely gonna need to find a place for all the cards that I got more than 4 of now. There's really no need, particularly with commons, to have any more than that. It's a nice treatment. There we go. This is a fun card. I don't have one of these, so it's nice to see. And then another foil rare. Not a bad pack. You know, that Mossborn Hydra goes good in any landfall deck, any Hydra deck, any counters deck. Just a solid foundational green card. You know, things like Banishing Light, good for control in white. Always nice to have a few. Self-Reflection. Any of my copy decks or token decks, I'd love to have those. There we go. Back-to-back pack duplications. Najani. Alright. That one also wasn't a bad pack. Now that I think we're about halfway through, I'll probably try to speed these up a little bit. If I hit a new rare, I'll give pause, but yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what an Evolving Wild is now. Snakeskin Veil, good protection to have in any green deck. Don't think I've seen that one yet. Very Powerful Angel. Maybe that angel deck is calling my name. But yeah, these packs just kind of go to show that Foundations really did have some good possibilities. Some nice things to kind of put in your decks across the board. Not the strongest, but always good to have, you know, your stalwart cards. I think that was 2 new rares. Gave a little pause there. I think we've seen most of these before. Offer You Can't Refuse, very popular in Commander. Interesting red there for equipment decks. You know, right now it's just me and my phone, but if I keep opening packs like that, I'm gonna have to get an audio guy. Don't want to hear that screeching. Abrade, good modal card. There we go. Again, 2 very good rares in one pack. Although one is a little stacksy. It does give you some life gain, but sometimes in casual games I feel bad playing stuff like that. Okay. Used to have an Elandra deck. Got a little too strong for me, so pulled it apart. Wasn't great at casual games when it was capable of 4 or 5 different infinite combos. Doesn't always feel great to win that way. I don't think we saw either of those before. Swiftfoot Boots, another staple card. Great to have a couple copies of that. Ooh, Twin Flame Tyrant. Okay. Great for dragons. Not so great if you're playing against it, I suppose. Really like this card. Haven't found a deck for it. There we go, Krenko. Incredible for token. Oh, token decks. Sorry again, no editor, so all those little mistakes and pauses staying right in the video. Maybe people say it's charming. Extravagant Replication again. Also a very powerful card. I think I took it out of Dragon deck. A little too powerful. Man, y'all are gonna think I'm opening the same pack over and over again. Shivan Dragon, alright. There we go, a Ninja. This set had a little bit of everything, didn't it? Now, like I said, I did some research, looked over a few things, but I didn't go page by page and card by card to memorize it, so I know this has been out for a little while. Some of these cards are still going to be a surprise to me. Our second Heir Apparent. We're on the right track. You know, if we get 2 in each of the remaining... Ooh, almost skipped over the rare. There we go. Another Angel. But yeah, with the Heir Apparents, you know, we're only 18 away now from our Heir Apparent deck. It does seem like a lot of these, oh nice, little tiny bones. I don't think I know what card this is. Oh, yeah. 18 more, and it's an Heir Apparent deck. Maybe I'll build that one for you guys. Although, I think we're running out. Speak of the devil. Uh-oh. Okay. That was a surprise card. Even I can get surprised by a nice Raise the Past. Always great in any little creature go wide decks. Did not realize that Foundations had those special cards in them. Maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out how to put the little subtitles up on this video, let y'all know how much that card costs. We'll see. I'll probably end up being a liar. Not great with the technology. Scrawling Crawler. It's another one I saw from this set that I really wanted. So, always nice to get a pleasant surprise. Gotta remember to open these on camera so y'all don't think I'm recycling. There we go, 16 more. This was an interesting card. Can't believe that's a rare, but is what it is. Had a couple of really good packs, so I can't be too mad at one with that. Great basic landfall commander. Okay, a little stacks piece there maybe. Always good to protect yourself. But yeah, I mean, even these commons, as I'm rolling through them, I know a lot of them are reprints, but just great basic cards to have. You may find yourself needing them. Brass Bounty, what a fun card. You know, so I would say, honestly, going through this, worth it to pick it up. You know, give me a couple of rares that I've been looking for, some commons that I'll be using in my decks. You know, not really inspired too much yet to create something, but like I said, those angels, Slagstorm, not really for Commander, but good casually in other formats, I suppose. But yeah, we're down to our final 3. Let's see what we can do. All commons we've seen before. Don't know if I've seen that one before, but not great. There we go. That is a great third to last rare. And then there were 2. Again, Giant Grove, classic staple. Great way to get in some extra damage when your opponents are sleeping on a creature. Very nice. Alternate art, Mossborn Hydra. That is an excellent rare to pull second to last. And for our final cards, I'll be honest, they could be anything. Really happy about this booster box. As we draw to a close, I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all come back for the next one. You know, I will continue to do these. That was my first Commander. Heck of a pull. Y'all probably think I'm lying, but I'm not. But yeah, like I said, that's all 36 of them. So the booster box for Foundations, all done. I'll get those cards sorted and organized. I hope you come back for the next one. I believe it's going to be Edges of Eternity, but we'll see. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed.